Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are. From the foundations of our infancy, we are inspired to gaze up and look at our stellar neighbours. As children, we believe we could do anything. We can reach for the stars to infinity and beyond. Now, I never really grew up, and I'm willing to bet many of you haven't either. But with the busyness of life, the blur of city lights, or even in Northern Ireland just trying to get a rare cloudless night, when did you last look up to see our stellar neighbours? Well, I'm an astronomer, and with the help of a whole planet of scientists working together, I can tell you a lot about these stars and what they're made of. You see, stars are constantly sending us all the information we ever need. Light. Light is brilliant if you know how to read it. How bright is it? What colour is it? Why is it not that colour? It's like a never-ending text chain in the family conversation, constantly giving life updates. But these messages often take centuries to reach us, travelling at the speed limit of the universe. Space is huge, so I'm going to bring a part of it down to scale tonight. But there's more types of stars than there are animals in a zoo. So I'm going to start with the one that we all know best, our star. This is our sun. At 4.6 billion years old, it's middle-aged. It's massive, and it's relatively well-behaved. On this scale, with the sun in my hands, the Earth is the size of an ant, and orbiting somewhere near the back of the room. So guys, please be careful where you're stepping later, okay? But there are far more exotic stars than these in the universe. There are red, supergiant stars. Stars so big, I can't hold an object big enough to represent them on this scale. If this was our sun, I would need an object which stretches from the stage down to the banks of the River Lagan. There are blue stars, 10 times hotter and heavier than our sun. And when they explode, they make the universe's biggest fireworks, supernova, leaving at their heart a star which is so small and so dense, it fits in the size of a city. With so many stars filling the night sky and infinity left to discover, I want to change the narrative of that song I started with. Twinkle, twinkle, little star. Together, let's figure out what you are. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Aaron. It's fantastic, lovely prop as well. Thank you to the backing band there. So we're going to go see I don't know why I find that so funny. We're going to go to our judges for a question. Chris?
How you doing? That was fascinating. You mentioned all the other different types of stars that are out there, and there's more types of stars than there are animals in the zoo, which I thought was fascinating. I mean, there's been some great work over the years around finding exoplanets. I mean, how likely is it that there's sort of habitable planets in those other types of stars? Like, is there a habitable planet around a red giant, for example?
So it's a very fine art when it comes to that. For example, our star will eventually become one of these red giants, a bit smaller than the example I used.
Yeah.
But when it does that, it will eat Mercury. So if there was a planet there before, for example, it won't be any longer. So if space is infinite, and you just keep combining different pieces together, yes, that we know of many planets out there which sit in this wee habitable zone, it's called, this Goldilocks temperature bit. Each star is different, depending on how hot, how big it is, but eventually it's out there. It's just a matter of where is it, how far is it, when will we find it.
Thank you. Great answer there. Do we have another question, Vic?
Solar flares frighten me. Can you tell me a little bit about the risk that they pose to us?
So, solar flares, for those that don't know, are sun farts. Once every 11 years or so, the sun gets a bit more active, a bit more gassy, and flings out a bit more stuff at us. We're just in solar maximum. There's lots of them at the moment, but the sun's been lucky and it keeps pointing them other places than us. So far, pretty good. We're getting very good at, when they go off, doing all the calculations and going, oh, that's coming our way, oh no. But if you think of it can go anywhere, any direction, hitting us is very small. So we're good. Does make some very pretty movies.
Thank you so much. What a brilliant talk to end with. Aaron, thank you.